Hi, my name is Scott. In all my years in law enforcement, I have to be honest, the uniform kind of aged me, as well as other police officers. But one of the best pieces of advice I got when it came to being more comfortable and actually looking better in uniform was to get rid of these. The jingle bell effect items on a uniform. Belt keepers. I cannot stand belt keepers. I hate them with a passion. And then you have the belt that goes under the duty belt, and it's just awful. When you wear just the duty belt with the equipment, it feels lighter, and I believe it looks better. Now listen. I know I put up the same argument whenever I was told about, well, just go to extended belt loops. You don't have to do belt keepers.
But that just takes too much time to loop everything through, Mike. That takes forever.
It really doesn't once you get used to it. It's almost like subconscious programming where you just do it out of habit. Don't even think anything of it. So if your department or your sheriff's office will let you get extended belt loops when you get your new issued uniforms, then do it. And if they don't do extended loop, then I would highly recommend you find a good tailor. Just spend the money. I know it can get a little pricey. Find one who's reasonably priced or the best deal and just make the investment. It's worth it. I am telling you, belt keepers
are awful.
The second technique I would recommend for making the uniform more tolerable, not as uncomfortable, is to only really have your essential items on your belt. I swear there are so many police officers that think they have to have every square inch of their belt with some kind of gear on it. Extra flashlight, extra gloves. I only wear one set of handcuffs, and I know some disagree with me on that. Your decision. But all this extra gear, it obviously adds up in weight. And when you're sitting in the car and the gear is pressing into your hips, stiff, oh gosh. Only wear what you really need to wear. I used to work with an officer who was a pretty big guy, and I swear every square inch of that belt had some kind of gear on it, and he couldn't have been comfortable in it. There's just no way. Another thing I recommend, and this helps with looking sharp as well, is one, not only tailoring your uniform to be form-fitting, not tight-fitting, but form-fitting, but also keep the uniform shirt pulled down so it looks sharp and it won't pull up and get in the way of you grabbing your gear, which could be a safety issue at that matter. But what I use is shirt stays. And these are the shirt stays I like to use, the stirrup kind, where you hook this on the front and back of your shirt, pull this all the way down, loop it around your foot. So this is what you have holding your shirt in. Obviously, there are other kind of shirt stays. That is my favorite one in particular. When it comes to boots, I really enjoy the Under Armour Valsets boots. I think I said it right, but they're very light. They're not waterproof, but they are light. I feel like I'm wearing tennis shoes rather than big, heavy boots. Now, obviously, this t-shirt I'm wearing is not my uniform at all. I don't wear my uniform in videos because it takes too much time to blur them out when I'm editing the videos. But I do wear a vest, and here's my advice about the vest. I like to wear my vest kind of up on my shoulders rather than pulling down on my shoulders. So up here, and then when you're putting the vest on, make sure that it overlaps. See what I'm saying? I like to wear it a little bit more up here versus pulling down on my shoulders and just, being such a bear. I like for my diaphragm to be able to hold it. However, when it comes to the vest, you do not want the vest straps to be so tight. You do not want the vest to be tight, because when you start to have to exert yourself in a foot chase or a fight, you're going to be breathing heavy. And if you can't really expand while you're breathing heavy, it's very uncomfortable. Give yourself some breathing room, but make sure that the vest is overlapping some. And I've noticed throughout the years, I like for the back part to be higher than the front part by a little bit. But it's always great at the end of the shift whenever you get to take that darn vest off. But wear your vest. No matter what I am doing, if I am in a police uniform, I will have that vest on, and I encourage you to have that vest on as well. Thousands of police officers' lives have been saved because they were wearing their vest. Last but not least, remember how I said don't wear a lot of equipment on your belt? What I do my best to do is to have equipment up front and on the sides and not on my back. So when I'm riding around in a car or sitting in a chair working on a report, the equipment is not pushing into my back. Now remember, I do not like belt keepers. I just like the belt to be on my waist with the equipment, and it really is just a habit. Okay, the duty gear is on. As you can see, I am not wearing belt keepers. I cannot stand wearing belt keepers at all. This feels much lighter. I feel like it's more secure, and when you're in a struggle, the stuff will stay put. It will not get slid around because the belt keepers come off or the belt is shifted. None of that happens. This is the way to go. Also, you will see that I have weight here and here on my sides. I've got space there for my taser, which I can't bring home. Department likes to keep it there. No big deal. But anyway, nothing really back here on the center of my back. Keep it that way because I don't want to sit into a chair and have
You're pushing
into my back. You don't either. Got to do what you can do to make the uniform as comfortable as possible. I'm not going to go into what is on a police duty belt. Plenty of other people have done videos about that. I'm not going to tell you exactly what gear works for you or what you should get. I'm not an expert in that stuff. I wear what the department issues me. The only thing I recommend that if you don't get issued this, you absolutely should get one for yourself is a Field Tourniquet. This is something you never want to have to use, but you never know when you might have to use it, and this thing can save a life. Get a Field Tourniquet. Next, if you like to put a big extra flashlight on your duty belt, and then you also have the flashlight that's in your car and you bring that on calls, what I do is I just have this little flashlight in my pocket, and I can tell you it's been plenty bright enough. This light was like 20 bucks on Amazon, and I just put it in the breast pocket and then go about my merry way. So those are some things you can do to help yourself be more comfortable in a police uniform. It's already heavy enough, restricting enough, the vest, the belt. It's a lot of dead weight that can actually be a chronic stressor physically on our bodies throughout the years. So make sure that you try to do all that you can to make it lighter, presentable, look professional, and squared away. But I want you to be as comfortable as possible so that you don't become disgruntled all because of a bad uniform, and you can stay motivated and focused on the job. All right, so if you did like this video, please click the like button below and subscribe to my channel. That way when I come out with a new video and you've hit that bell notification, you'll be notified. All right, take care. May God bless. Do not forget to secure your copy of the book 101 Health Tips for Police Officers. The link to get it is below.